All right, turmeric ginger tea, am I right?
Yeah.
It's like everywhere you look these days.
Yeah.
Every coffee shop, the tea aisle at the grocery store.
Right.
I even saw it on a billboard the other day.
Wow.
Which honestly made me wonder, are we all just, buying into the hype?
I think people are really curious about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, we're right there with you, wanting to know more.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing a deep dive today.
Exactly. We got to get to the bottom of this.
We've got Easy Turmeric Ginger Tea, a simple guide to a powerful health tonic, ready to unpack. So we're going beyond the trendiness and figuring out what this tea really has to offer.
Yeah, and I think what makes this one so interesting is that it's not like some brand new concoction.
Right.
This tea is rooted in ancient healing traditions,
Mhm.
And it's that blend of tradition and modern science that I think is so intriguing.
That's what we're here for. Uncovering those little connections, those historical pieces. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
But let's start with the stars of the show. Turmeric and ginger. I know they're considered like ancient remedies, but paint me a picture. What makes these two so special?
Well, imagine the warm, earthy aroma of turmeric, for example.
Right, yeah.
That vibrant yellow color,
Beautiful color.
That comes from curcumin, which is a powerful compound that acts like an anti-inflammatory superhero.
Okay, it's fighting the good fight.
It is. It's like calming down a brush fire in your body, soothing those aches and pains. And studies are even finding it could be beneficial for our brains and our hearts.
All right, so curcumin, officially on my radar. I feel like it needs,
It deserves its own hype. Its own hype team, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. But what about ginger? I mean, I love it in stir fries, but what makes it more than just a tasty spice?
Think of ginger as the soothing friend, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's been used for centuries to calm upset stomachs, ease nausea, and even, help with bloating. And like turmeric, it's got those anti-inflammatory powers, so it can even help relax muscles after a tough workout.
Oh, nice.
And then, of course, it's a popular choice for boosting your immune system, especially when you feel a cold coming on.
So we've got the anti-inflammatory power duo here, ready to go.
Absolutely.
But I have to ask, this guide keeps calling it Easy Turmeric Ginger Tea.
Right.
Does that mean it's, less effective? Are we sacrificing something for ease here?
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. I think that's where the easy can be a little misleading. It's easy to make. It's not less potent.
Gotcha.
It's about bringing these two powerhouse ingredients together in a way that actually enhances their benefits. Think of it like this. You can have a delicious meal with just meat and potatoes, right?
Sure, yeah.
But adding in some herbs and spices, it elevates the flavors, creates something even better.
Love that analogy. Makes total sense.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the individual ingredients. It's about how they work together.
Exactly.
Synergy.
Yes, synergy.
But there's always a but, right?
Right.
We can't just take centuries-old wisdom at face value.
Right.
So what does modern science actually say about all of this?
That is the million-dollar question. You're absolutely right to be curious. Just because something's been done for a long time doesn't automatically make it true. And when it comes to turmeric and ginger, there are definitely some interesting findings that I think will surprise you.
All right, hit me with it. What's the science behind these ancient remedies?
Well, let's start with turmeric.
Okay.
Specifically, curcumin.
Okay.
It's kind of a paradox.
Okay. How so?
You see, even though it has all these amazing properties, right?
Right.
Our bodies aren't great at absorbing it on their own.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like throwing a life preserver to someone who doesn't know how to swim.
Oh, no.
They need a little help to grab a hold.
So all that good stuff, and our bodies are basically like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's kind of rude, honestly.
Right. A little bit counterproductive.
Yeah.
But thankfully, there's a simple solution.
Okay, good.
And quite tasty, I might add.
I like where this is going.
Remember how we were talking about this tea being a combination of things working together?
Mm-hmm.
Well, black pepper, for example,
Yeah.
contains a compound called piperine.
Okay.
And piperine acts like a swimming instructor for curcumin.
I am not making the connection yet, but I love where you're going.
It dramatically increases its absorption.
Really?
Yeah, 2,000% more.
Whoa. Black pepper, the ultimate wingman.
Exactly.
Why isn't black pepper in everything? I'm going to start putting it in my morning smoothie.
There you go. Little biohacking trick.
I love it. So are there, studies on this? This sounds almost too good to be true, to be honest.
There are, and they're showing some really promising results.
Okay.
For example, one study found that combining curcumin with just a pinch of black pepper significantly increased its bioavailability in participants.
Wow, so it's actually doing what it's supposed to do.
Exactly, yeah. So more of that potent anti-inflammatory goodness is actually making its way into your bloodstream where it can work its magic.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's incredible. A dash of black pepper in my turmeric ginger tea isn't just for taste. It's basically a biohacking trick.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, what about ginger? Any fascinating research on its benefits?
Definitely. Remember how we talked about it being a digestive soother?
Mm-hmm.
Well, studies have shown that ginger can be incredibly effective in combating nausea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're talking everything from like morning sickness and motion sickness to even the nausea associated with chemotherapy.
Wow, that's huge. For people going through something as difficult as chemo, it's amazing how something so simple can provide such powerful relief.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And there's more.
Okay, lay it on me.
Ginger has also been shown to be as effective as some over-the-counter pain relievers for reducing muscle soreness after exercise.
Interesting.
So if you're hitting the gym hard or just feeling those post-workout aches, a cup of turmeric ginger tea could be your new best friend.
Okay, Ginger, you are officially my new gym buddy.
There you go.
But, it's one thing to talk about, like lab results and all this stuff.
Sure.
It's another to actually hear about real people experiencing the benefits. What are people saying about their experience with this tea?
That's a great point. But while scientific research is like essential, hearing about, personal experiences can be so insightful.
Of course.
And this guide that we're going through actually has a whole section dedicated to customer testimonials.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's open up that feedback channel.
Mm-hmm.
What are people saying? Okay, so from what I'm seeing, scrolling through these reviews, people are really feeling the positive effects.
Yeah.
Lots of mentions of like improved digestion, more energy, even some saying it's helped with their joint pain, especially those with arthritis.
Yeah, I think it's so cool to see like those real world experiences actually lining up with what we were talking about, the potential benefits.
Totally.
It really speaks volumes about how powerful these natural ingredients really are.
It's pretty awesome. And, with cold and flu season coming up, I'm seeing a lot of people are saying that this tea feels like an immune system boost in a mug,
Totally. That tracks with what we know about the immune supporting properties of both ginger and turmeric.
Yeah.
Like, remember those anti-inflammatory superpowers we were talking about?
Uh-huh.
They play a big role in keeping our immune system strong.
Makes sense.
Especially during times of stress or when we're exposed to, those pesky seasonal bugs.
Yeah, it's like giving your immune system its own little suit of armor.
Exactly.
But, I got to ask, it can't be all sunshine and rainbows, right?
Right.
There's got to be some less glamorous feedback in there, too. What are people saying?
Of course. Even with like the most beneficial things, everyone's experience is different, right?
Right. One common one I'm seeing is the taste.
Okay.
Some people find the earthiness of turmeric to be a bit strong, especially if they're not used to it.
I can see that.
Right.
It definitely has a distinct flavor, but I've personally come to really enjoy it. It feels very grounding. But for our listeners out there who might not be ready to embrace their inner turmeric enthusiast just yet, any suggestions on how to make it a little more palatable?
Absolutely. A little bit of honey or a squeeze of lemon can work wonders in balancing out the flavor.
Okay, those are classics for sure.
And if you're feeling adventurous, a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few slices of fresh ginger can add a whole new dimension of deliciousness.
Oh, I'm going to try the cinnamon one tonight. That sounds really good. Now, I've heard whispers of turmeric staining abilities.
Is that something our listeners should be worried about?
It's true. Turmeric, it can leave its mark.
Okay.
Especially on lighter colored surfaces.
Yeah.
But a little precaution goes a long way.
Of course.
So maybe designate a special mug for your turmeric ginger tea adventures, or give your countertops a quick wipe down after you're done, just in case.
Good advice. It's a small price to pay for the potential health benefits.
Oh.
Okay, one last thing I'm noticing in these reviews. A lot of people are mentioning the importance of consistency. So no overnight miracles here, huh?
Exactly. It's not a magic bullet.
Right.
Just like any health practice, consistency is key.
Yeah.
Like think of it like exercise, right?
Sure.
One trip to the gym isn't going to magically transform your body.
Yeah, if only.
But regular workouts, over time,
Yeah.
those lead to lasting results.
One day at a time.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of questions, I bet you anything our listeners are ready to fire away with their own.
I bet so too.
Luckily, this guide has like a really great FAQ section.
Awesome.
So rapid fire round, hit us with those burning questions. What are people wanting to know?
All right, let's do it. First up, is it safe to drink turmeric ginger tea every day?
The big question.
In moderation.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. This tea is generally safe for daily consumption. However, it's always wise to listen to your body and consult with your doctor if you have any underlying health conditions or taking any medications.
Can't go wrong with a little personalized advice for sure. Now, for those of us who might not have like fresh turmeric or ginger on hand all the time, can we use the powdered versions?
Yes, absolutely. Powdered turmeric and ginger are perfectly acceptable and widely available. Just remember that a little goes a long way.
Okay, good to know.
You'll likely use less powder compared to fresh. Good rule of thumb is about a half a teaspoon of powder for every teaspoon of fresh.
Perfect. And the question on everyone's mind, how long until I start feeling amazing?
Ooh, yeah.
Give it to us straight.
I wish I had a one-size-fits-all answer for that.
Right, right.
But the truth is, everyone responds differently.
That's fair. That's fair.
Some people, they notice like subtle improvements within a week or two. For others, it might take a little longer. The key is to be patient, listen to your body, and really just enjoy the journey.
Patience is a virtue, especially when it comes to wellness. So I feel like we've really done it, you know? We've dived deep into the history, the science, heard from real people.
We did it.
What is the final verdict? Is turmeric ginger tea just another trend, or is it here to stay?
Based on everything we've explored today, I'd say this ancient beverage has definitely earned its place in the modern world. It's not a magical cure-all, right?
Right.
But it is a powerful combination of nature's wisdom and modern science, you know?
I love that. This tea has definitely earned a permanent spot in my mug rotation. And for our listeners out there, as you sip on your next cup of turmeric ginger tea, here's something to ponder. If these, like, simple ingredients have been revered for centuries for their healing properties, what other secrets might they hold? Maybe we're just scratching the surface of their potential. Until next time, happy sipping.